So one here, April, and you talked about it a little bit, but I think we go a little deeper on it, is engaging field users is a big challenge as you're moving their cheese, but accurate job costing requires the field to be engaged. So what did Tonn Blank do to try and move the organization to digital from, from paper, from Excel?
So we just had to clearly communicate why we needed to make those changes. And it wasn't really so hard because for the field, even though they want things to hit the job correctly, they have to be involved in that. It was, how does the process need to work? So instead of you feeding us cost codes against your equipment, now you're going to give us a cost code when you request your equipment. So we changed that process, and we got a little bit of kickback. Well, I don't know that cost code yet. Well, you got to give me something here. I've got to put in a filler. And when you get your scheduled report, you have an opportunity to correct that. But mind you, you need to correct that if it's not right. But it just kind of, so you do get a little bit of pushback, but you got to tell them why. We need to streamline the process. You're not going to have to be bothered with that timesheet, filling that out on Fridays anymore. Now all you're doing is verifying everything that's already there. It's already automated from what we were doing before. And so it wasn't so hard to get them on board, because there's a step that they don't have to do now other than a quick verification and making a correction if there is one. So that wasn't hard to do from the superintendent standpoint. And even with the project managers, them having the transparency of seeing what was going to hit their jobs, because they weren't approving the timesheets that were going to the admin and operations, because there was just a disconnect there. And so this gave them visibility to, put a second set of eyes on that. Not that they were validating that the equipment was there. They were just kind of, confirming, yeah, it's on the right cost code. So we're not doing the rework. And so, so that really wasn't hard. But with any technology that you do deploy, you just got to have them to have a clear understanding of why. And most of the time, technology is meant to streamline your workflow and make it easier. And, I've deployed technology across this organization before, and I've done a boots on the ground approach where I've been out there one-on-one when they've done a process and said, hey, let's do this in real time with, on your job, and see how it works on your job. So it's relatable to you right away. And that's kind of that just-in-time training for those more complicated systems. But this one was actually, we were half implemented. So it was just, bridging that gap and letting them understand why. And from the field's perspective, it wasn't anything that I got a lot of pushback on. It was just, a little reversal in some of their process.